Hi there guys, Farmer Bob here, man. Welcome back to my channel. Great to be back, guys, with another video. Yeah, a good times ahead. This video has been anticipated for a very long time. And yeah, it's been a while that I've wanted to make this video. I just haven't had the time to create everything in such a way that we can do it. But anyway, before we get stuck in to today's video, a warm welcome to you, to my faithful subscribers and Patreon friends and PayPal friends and everyone that's supporting me. A really warm welcome to you, and thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, for subscribing and sharing my content around. I do appreciate that very much, guys. Great, man. So yes, today's video is how to add multi-fruit to your map. So yes, it's been in a long time coming. So let's get stuck in. Now, first tip, what I can give you, do back up your map. Make a backup of your map before you attempt anything like this, because you're going to be working in the map I3D. You're going to be working in places where stuff can go terribly wrong. So let's just get stuck in the right way. Make sure you've got a backup of your map, and then the next thing you want to do is open your map in game, and do make sure that the map is error free. So in order to do that, you bring up your log and go through, and there mustn't be any errors in your map related to anything. As far as if there's one error and you know of it, make a note of that so you don't work on things that's not relevant, you know. So that's basically my two big tips to start with. And what I've got for us is a copy. This copy of the American map is on my Patreon site. You can grab it there. All my Patreon members, it's for free to you. It is on my Patreon, a copy of each of the in-game maps. All three maps are there. So you just grab one for you, and you can modify that map to your heart's content. So it's a base game map that is for you to edit. So yeah, I've just made it available, spare you all the details of exporting it from in-game, creating a mod of it, you know, making a Moddesk for it, all that kind of stuff. So it's all there for you. Alright, so the next thing is my Multifruit Pack fixed. That is one that will be on my Patreon. Maybe I'll chuck this on my website too. I think what I'll do, no, I'm going to show you where this pack is. And anyway, it's not my pack. It is a pack that Giants has released as a prefab in the Giants editor. So that is where it is if you want to use it. But as normal, it is full of errors. It doesn't work properly. So I've fixed that pack, and this is the fixed one, and I'm going to throw this onto my Patreon for my faithful Patreon supporters to enjoy and use, and it will be all there available for you for free if you're a Patreon member. Great. Okay, with that now out of the way, so the very first thing we want to do is have a look at our map. So this is our mod map. It is in my mods folder, obviously. It's called FS25 mod map because it is just mod map US. And it is made for you to edit, you know. So whatever map you use, if it's your own map, or you can use this map or any other map, it doesn't really matter. But you need to follow the rules strictly, as I'm going to show you. You need to have a maps folder in your map. So if you don't have a maps folder, you create a folder called maps, small letters like that, and everything in the pack you're just going to drop in here. Right, so that is the trick, guys. Very first place to start from. Right, guys, so in order for you to start, open your map. Now, first things first, this the map US has got maps, and then map US, and then it's got the map I3D there, which we're going to edit in a few minutes. So note the directory changes. So if your map has anything else of directories towards your map I3D, there is going to have to be some sort of changes, but I will show you. how to modify and how to sort out the directories, because otherwise it won't work. All right, so in the MF pack, once you've downloaded my fixed MF pack, you'll see the readme how to file. So I'm going to open this up, and then in here it will be the instructions what to edit and what to add. It's very simple. It's not difficult at all. It's just some stuff that you need to be aware of, that if your situation in your map is different, then you need to just accommodate the file naming and the structure to make that work. So I'm going to take you through the whole process, and luckily or fortunately mine is like the sort of the same thing here, you know, so we'll have a look at it just in a second. All right, so now what you need to do first of all is in the pack, grab all the folders that's here, all these ones, copy them, Control C, go to your map, and in the maps folder, as I said, the one that says maps, you just drop it in here, paste it. Don't paste it anywhere else. If you don't have a maps folder, create one, as I said, and put all the stuff in there. All right, so otherwise it's going to be a problem. All right, so the next thing to do is find your map I3D, what we've just had there. So mine is maps, map US, and then map I3D, map US I3D. So right click that and edit it. All right, good stuff. Now, right on top of your map of the file section, here in the README, you'll see the right on top, add these to your map.i3d. So that's where we are now, the map I3D. In the file ID section, you copy these, Control C, all right, and come in here into your map I3D. Hit enter a few times there where files is, so you create a bit of space. Press the home button, press Control and V for Victor. I normally just like to have it like that, you know, so I have it separate open. Don't worry about arranging it or sorting it. It's going to disappear in a second when you save your map, if all is well in any way. Now, I want to say to you that I've added 2 zeros to the file name structure. So if you look at your file ID section and you see anything in the range of the 60,000s, if you've got a map that has that many file IDs, then just add another 0 to these. All right, so 1 extra 0 to each one of these. You can do it for the heck of it anyway. The editor is going to change it once you save your map anyway to the correct ID and link it to your actual fruit, you know. So don't worry about adding an extra 0 there. I normally use 2 zeros for this, so it's all fine. The next thing is Control F, and you type in multi-lay, like I already have here, multi-lay like that, and click find, and you'll see there's your foliage multi-layer section. Now I wanted to check something quick. I've done this this pack and fixed it when I installed it on another map, so I want to quickly just have a look there at the foliage multi-layer section if I did any changes there. Or mind you, I think I already did. I wanted to see is 1268. Yes, all right, so 1268 1055. Oh, okay, you see 1268. So our terrain detail height has not been changed, but our foliage multi-layer needs to be added. So if you have density map channels 1268, then that will be fine. But if you don't have 1268 here at the terrain detail height, you're going to have to make it 1268. But first off, have a look at my adding multi-fruit to your, adding extra fruit to your map video for FS22. Get the correct settings there, because it's not just the 1268 that needs to be changed. It is, let me just have a quick look. You also need to change, there was something else in here to change as well. The combined value changes, as well as the height first channel and the height num channel. that also changes. So yeah, just have a look there. You can't just change this to 1268. It has to be edited there. So you can make it just like mine if yours is different. Density map channels is 12, compression channel 6, cell size is normally 8. You don't need to change that. It's by default normally 8. And then view distance, blend out, combined value channels. Make sure it's 060. Height first channel 6 and height num channel 6. So that's the few things that you need to change by you if it's not the same. That's just to make sure you've got enough height channels. The height channels is for the fruit height, and the fruit layer channels, this is the actual fruit, so we're going to add those now, but these also need to be 1266. So you're going to put this 12, 6 and 6 like that. All right, and then the next thing, back into our readme file, these are the actual fruits. All right, so we grab that, Control C, back in here. And now, the very important part, guys, do not miss what I'm saying now. Do not add your fruit on top, because it will mess up your whole GDM, the density file, and you will have fruits on your grass and grass in your fruit and all kinds of weird stuff in your map if you do that. Go to the very last one, which in my case is spinach. Hit enter once there. Press the home button, press Control V for Victor, and add it in like that, and then delete this empty line that it's have there at the bottom. So you just press the delete until it's like that, and there you go. So now what's happened is you've put your new foliages at the bottom, so it will simply just add new channels to the density file. All right, so if you put it anywhere else in here, it's going to mess your map up and you will not have a working map anymore correctly, and you can't fix it if you've broken it. So then that's why I said make a backup first, and then you can restore a backup and try again, you know, if you've messed it up for some reason. All right, so now back to our top of the file. Just want to verify these directories. So what you're going to do now, if your directory structure is different from mine, I have maps, map US, and then I have my map I3D. So it means that from my map I3D, I have to count backwards one directory, and then I'll be in maps, and then I have to be at these things. All right, so I have one directory from my map I3D towards these files here, foliage. See, the foliage folder is there. There it is. And everything inside of these things is directory bound. So that's why I'm saying you have to create that maps directory, because everything in here works from this maps directory. So if you don't put it in the maps directory, it will not work. You'll have plenty errors and your fruit will just not appear in game. You'll have lots of errors. Probably your map won't even load, you know, because you're going to have other things in there. Right, so the next thing to do, in our map.xml. So, all right, so what you do then, say, I'm going to just quickly finish off this directory thing. I know I'm going on about this now, but say you have your map US and another folder, or say your map I3D is now in this folder, for instance. So you have maps and then your map I3D. Then you will just come in here and remove this part here, the / because this means go one directory back. If you have two directories to go back to get to the foliage folder, you put two of these in. So you will have it like this. You'll have two of those in there. All right, so that is for two. And if you have the map I3D for some reason here in your maps folder, or in your map directory, or the map root folder, if your map I3D is here, I've seen maps like that. They just have their map I3D right here in there. Then what you will do is you will remove the two dots and you'll just put in there maps. like that. See, so now it will be maps, foliage, because from the map I3D you want to go to maps and then to foliage. So that is, now I think I've covered all the bases for the correct directory in there. Okay, now the XML for each of these new fruits will have its own I3D and directory that worked from the maps folder, so don't worry about those. All right, so now the next thing to do is let's test our fruit if they are now in the map. Now that is what's important, is we want to now see if the fruit is actually visible in the map in the editor. So open in editor 10.07 or 10 whatever that we are at. Maybe by the time you get to this video it's 10.11, you know. Who knows? But the editor that is current, open that in the current editor and then let's work from there. So now let's just wait for this map to load. And we are by far not finished, guys, so there's still a lot to do. So the first thing you want to do is, let's just make the screens a little bit bigger so we can actually just see our thingamabobs. So we want to go to a field, so any field, doesn't really matter. And then let's just test our fruits. So you open that up. Oh, mind you, you can just look at the console first. Right, so failed to load terrain foliage layer. You see, okay, I've got a problem because of the following. I'm going to show you how to sort that. I should have actually done that first. It's because we've changed the channels. All right, so close the map without saving. It's a good thing these things happen so we can work it out together, you know. So first of all, we're going to go into our, let me just see, our data folder. Right in here we find our density map fruit, that one there. So I'm going to minimize that a little bit so that it is smaller, like that. Minimize this, and then gonna quickly find my map stuff. There it is, and then we go find the GRLE converter. There it is. Okay, if you don't have this one, the GRLE converter, just download it from the GDN website, Giants Developer Network, and drop it on in a folder. Just don't put it on your desktop. Put it on in your C drive or in your E drive or whatever. Just don't work from your desktop. It doesn't work from your desktop. It gives errors most of the time. So just drag this density fruits then into this convert one. Do not drop it on the converter that says converter. Drop it on the convert command. Okay, and it will do the following: saving density fruits, press any key to continue. Then you know it's been done. So now we go back to our map. We take this density map fruit, this is our original, and I'm going to, at the end of the name, just put a 1. So that makes it unrecognizable for the editor. And there's our PNG file. All right, so now we can open the map. Did I now change? I can't remember now. Let me just quickly edit this again. I can't remember now. Multi-lay. I did change 1266. All right. I just wanted to verify. I can't remember now if I've changed the channels. That's what we need to do. We need to have more channels, otherwise the fruit will give errors like it just did. Right, guys. Just before we open the map again, we want to go Control F once again and type in density. Right, like that. And then this GDM, we need to change to PNG. If yours is PNG already, just leave it as is. That's fine. Save it up. Right. So it needs to be PNG. All right. And then let us have a look now. Minimize map US. Did I save? Oh, I can't remember now. Better have a look. You know, sometimes you forget to save and then the thing doesn't work. And then you come back and you say, oh, I didn't save. That's why it didn't work. So let's have a quick look first and see if it loads up correctly. It should have enlarged the channels now. If it's enlarged the channels, then we are happy and should show our fruities like it does. There we go. That looks much better. Right, so what you will notice now after all of grain, grainhorn, rice, rhizome, green bean haulm, pea, haulm, spinach, field grass. Right, here comes our new fruits. Green rye, hummus, mustard, rye, silage maize, spelt, triticale, and fetch rye. So there is all our new fruits. So if you see that, you know everything is well. If you don't see that, you're going to have to see what the problem is and fix that first. Redo, because then something went wrong with the process. But in this case, as you can see, all is well. So what we do now, only if you have no errors, you save. If you have errors, do not save. Just go back into your map i3D, fix whatever problem is causing your issue, and all should be well then when you retry. So now the process is very important, guys. The process to follow now. Once you've saved, we're not finished at all with the whole process, but this is now very crucial. So close your map once you've saved, and you see it wants to reload when you come back here to the map US i3D. You're going to say yes, all right, and then find that density immediately again. But first, I want to just show you, you'll now see that all that fruits are now gone and rearranged with the correct IDs and all kinds of stuff. So that's all good. But go density again, go find and change that to GDM like this. All right. Save again. And then very important, the most important part of the whole thing is come back to your data folder and delete the PNG file. Or you can make a backup of it if you want, but just don't leave it in here as a PNG. All right. There's our original. It's the one. We can delete that one too. We don't need that anymore because here is our new enlarged density file. Only have one density map fruits.gdm. Do not have two. Do not have one with the PNG and one with the GDM, because that will confuse your map when you load it in game and it will cause you errors, because the game will not know which one to use. Though it's specified here, it sometimes just doesn't work that way. All right, great. So now that we know our fruits are done. So there's our fruits. You see, they've been changed now to 612, 613, and I can almost guarantee you they will follow now in sequence of the other fruits. If we go to 612, you see, spinach was 611. So they're all in one order to create this density file. So that's why the game renames it, or the editor renames it for you to the correct channel. So channel 611 or 611 on this XML ID will be spinach, and then 12 is field grass, green rye, whatever, you know. So that is just how it is. All right. So now we can move on to our map.xml. All right, so open your map.xml. I'm going to close the map i3D because we're done with that. And we can close the GRLE converter because we are done with that portion of the thing. So open your map once again, find your map.xml. In this case, map.us.xml is the map.xml. To know that you are in the map.xml, it will show you map width and height. There is your current map, and it will show you your overview. And it will show you the file name of your map i3D, which we just edited. If you don't see that, you are not in your map.xml. So just get the correct XML to work with. And it normally says map something.xml or just map.xml. I normally just name mine map.xml, you know, because that's the actual what it is. Great. So now in the README, edit these in your map.xml. All right. So first of all, go through these things line for line. The precision farming part, let me put a little space here in between here for you guys to sort of have it easy, you know, because these are separate. The precision farming section is a long section. You can just copy and paste that into your precision farming. If you have a precision farming section, what you'll do is you will obviously just copy the stuff relative to, but I'll get to that. Let's first just do these. So motion path effects, copy that line into our maps XML and find your line for motion path effects. You see, there it is. All right. So overwrite that, Control V, like that. That's the first. And then back into the README. Fill types, fruit types, and height types. That three you can actually do together. So let's copy that into the map XML. Fill type, fruit types, and density map height types. Just want to have a look. Mine does not have that. It's got a fruit type and a category for it, but that is not what we're looking for. So if your map also doesn't have it, just drop it here below motion path effects like this. And what you will do is make sure this directory is, like I say, mind you, it's going to be a problem if you already have a fill type and a fruit type and a density map height types. If you already have, you're going to have to take that directory towards that. Well, it will already be in there if you have a custom fruit setup. All right, so if you have a custom fruit setup, you will have a directory that says here, whatever it says, and it will lead to your maps fill types and your fruit type and your density map height types. That's three. So then you're going to have to take each of these XMLs. It will be a little bit of extra work for you in the config folder. You take each of these XMLs and you will take all the stuff that's in it and compare to yours and replace as needed in yours with these ones. Okay, so you could just replace the whole XML if you want. Just drop and make sure the naming is correct if you want. But if you have a custom fruit setup, you will want to add these fruits to yours, you know, and you'll notice that this has got all the fruits of the whole game by the looks of it, which actually it doesn't need. It only needs the few extra ones that we've added. All right, the rest of the stuff doesn't really need to be there, but anyway, I'll just leave it as is. The fill types, the same with that. You're going to have to go through your converter section. Let me just see. Right cut, yes, you see triticale in there, so you're going to have to go through this whole section and compare and add to yours, and the same with your fill types here. All the fruits, you'll have to go through each one and make sure, well, only the new ones. You can just grab the new ones from here, which will be listed in your in this one here. This will be the new fruit. So you find field grass, Control C for instance, Control F, V, and then find next. There's field grass. So you will copy this section here, field grass, fill type, so will be up to there, and then just make sure you see maps, textures, HUD. There's a HUD for it, and it's in the maps. So that's why I say it's very important that all those folders go into the maps folder, because it's already set up for you. Easy peasy, just drop them into your map. And if you have a maps folder, just drop them in there, and you will not have a problem with directories and icons missing and all kinds of nonsense, you know. All right, so that's your business if you do have already got a custom fruit setup. But if you don't, just paste those in there and it will all be fine. And then lastly, the precision farming bit is this whole section here. I'm just going to go straight to the bottom. So what you do is take the first, click on the first line here next to precision farming. You click on the number, which is 51 in my case. Yours might be different. No, sorry, it will be 51 on yours. Right, and then go down to the very last one that says precision farming 245. Hold shift, click once, and it will select the whole thing. Do not click anything else. Just have it like that. Hit Control C for Charlie. Go into your map US. Here at the very bottom, just above this map, which is the ending of your map.xml. Just click here next to that. Hit enter a few times to create some space, and press the home button. Press Control and V for Victor, and there you go. Precision farming is added. All right, easy peasy. And once again, all the new fruits are listed here. and sort it out. Great. So now save your map.xml. And lo and behold, guys, we can now open our map in the game and test and see if we now have multi-fruit on this map. All right, so let's have a quick browse, open the game, and hopefully all is well, and we will have multi-fruit or this extra 9 fruits in our map. And I'm going to show you now a few more tips that you will definitely need to do to get the new crops into your map, so that your NPCs will work them. So go career. I'm just going to delete this save game 1. So I remember now I've used save game 1, which is very important. Mod map US, that's the one. We can continue. I'm going to deselect all my mods, have this one and that one, and go start. And then I'm going to hit the tilde key just to get go start, just to get an idea if there are any errors, because now all the XML is starting to work. So far we've only used the editor, which there's no XMLs working. And there, I don't know if you noticed that I just saw the multi-fruits go by, so our multi-fruit loaded without any errors, which is a good thing. So we know at least the fruits are in the map. All right, there's 100%. That is good news, without errors. So I'm very chuffed. I'm so excited. And now I'm going to go quickly check. Don't worry about my red background, because obviously I don't have a PDA for this map yet. I wonder why it has this weird why the PDA is messed up. Come to think of it, did I not put a PDA in for this? No, I didn't. That's why. But anyway, not to be worried about. Here we go. If we now go into this, it says full type, missing full type, triticale, missing full type, green rye. It looks like we need the L10. I forgot about that. All right, so that is not a biggie. It's just a naming structure for our 9 fruits, but they are in game and they are there. All right, so let us first quickly fix that. I might have to add some stuff there to our README for that to sort. So there must be a naming in the Moddesk. All right, so let us quickly find that. Right, so into our README how-to, that is it. And we were on point number 3 is the next one. Home. I'm going to go there. Number 3 will be to add to your Moddesk, like that. All right. So there will definitely be naming in your Moddesk to do. And I'm going to quickly grab from my backups, maps backups, FS25, which it was Maple Farm, where I've added this for a guy and fixed all the errors. That's how I got to it. So anyway, here we go. Just going to quickly check. Oh yeah, there's quite a few things to add, because there are store items. Let me just quickly see animals, scripts. Yes, quickly scripts, palettes. Yeah, the palettes. Maps object palettes. I'm not going to add the other stuff, but just the palettes, and then also obviously there should be a naming. So I want to just grab the palettes and trees. Trees we don't need. Equipment, yeah, the equipment and the palettes. All right, so store items, you're going to have to add palettes. So we grab those palettes, objects, palettes, like that. Control C. And that will be store items, like that, I think, and then paste it in there, like so. Okay, let me just put here in the store items. Add the following. Right. Okay. That will be the following for the store items, and then also in the three equipments. So there's two nice trailers, and I can't remember what was that one, but there is some nice equipment for you to work with as well. You know, so if you don't add these, you won't have it. So I'm just going to grab it in there, so they'll be available in store for you to buy. Good. So in the store item section, you add these. So I'm going to copy them. All right. And once again, look at the directories, maps, objects. So in our pack, we will have map.us, maps. We will have objects. You see, there's the pallets. All right. And they should be in the back equipment. You see, there's the three. All right, so they are there. Wonderful. So now we're going to open our maps Moddesk. And as I said, in the store items section, which my map doesn't have, as you can see, which is a good thing, because there are some of you guys that will not have a store items section. So I'm going to add the store items section. And to do that, I'm going to close this up. We are done with the map.us, so I'm just going to go back here and then just grab the store items here. All right, so into the readme, no, sorry, not the readme, into my store items. So Control V in there, you take that out and Control V. I wonder if I should, let me just copy this into the readme so that you will have that as well, in case you don't have a store item section. That will help you a lot, you know. So that will be pasted in there, and then a / like that, store items and store items. So that is the section that you copy and paste in, only this. If you don't have a store items, you copy the whole thing like that. Control C, come to your Moddesk, make some space, and let me just highlight the whole lot. Control V, like that. All right. So when you click on store items, you must have purple start and purple end with the little red line that goes to that between everything. Then you know all is well. All right. So good. That is done. Now the next thing we want to do is in the XML look for the naming. All right. Here is the naming. Okay. So there's no separate naming for it, but we will have silage maize. So I'm just going to copy this 110 in thingamabob. Now I see new fill types. Maybe I should add these fill types for you guys too. Fill types, waffles, dough, pizza, sandwich. Oh, let's add them too, because they are in the fill types.xml already. So let's add these fill types as well, because otherwise you're going to have it's just a bonus, you know. So grab the 110 from the readme. So I'm going to add these. Press the home, Control V, like there. All right. Add these. Add the following to the body of the mod. All right. Okay, so now we just need to make sure we have a store item. All right. Okay, so they will be in the fruit, and I wonder now, will they actually be in? Let me just make sure now. They should be in our. I suppose we'll have errors if we don't have it. So let's have a look. Okay, so there you go. So these are now added to our Moddesk file. So grab this, the 110 section, like that, right to the end. Let me just take this blank out here. So it will be like that. Great. So you grab the 110 section, copy it, and drop it in your Moddesk in the body above Moddesk. So that's just the body of the Moddesk, between Moddesk and Moddesk. Don't paste it below, because then it won't work. and your map will actually not load if you put something below the Moddesk, because it will give an error. Alright, so paste it in there, save it up. Alright, I'm going to save this boy too. So that was now our third section, and let's retry. Hopefully now we will have a working map and a few extra stuff. Waffles, there's some pallets. We should have waffles, yogurt and soy milk. So let's just have a look for those three. Because if those three are there, then we know the rest will be there too. Those are just new fill types, guys, which is nice, because now you can have fill types in your map for extra stuff, you know, to sell in your productions, in sell points and stuff. That we will get to a little bit later on in the same video. Just get here, mod map, go no, continue. Once again, deselect all. That too I normally just take by default. And let's have a look. I have an error or two in the front of my startup, but that has got nothing to do with the pack. It's just some mods that's in my mod folder that has errors. But this is our map running. So, and there we go. There's our fruits loading again without problems. I might have to add another hut or two, but we'll see now. But the only errors I had previously was missing 110N description file, naming descriptions for the new fruits. So yeah, it should be working now. Let's have a browse. Good. It's nice to troubleshoot and work through these things while we're busy, you know. That's all good. And for some reason the thing was hanging there on 55. That's sometimes a concern, 55, because yeah, lots of stuff happens there at 55%, and yeah, if it doesn't load, then you've got a problem. If it hangs there, you know. But I normally look at that and then yeah, just let it go. All right, good. So we have no errors. That is very good news. And now we want to hit escape and come down, and this time you'll see there's our naming correct. Now that we have the naming right, there they are. Right, guys, so we're going to just reload the map. I'm going to quickly get to it. And this time around, the tests were all successful, but there's one small issue. And I just want to go deselect all here. Let's get the map rolling. Before, oh sorry, I have to go back and select here. Very important, select start from scratch, guys. Go continue, deselect, and just that two mods I want, and then start once again. Let me just quickly have a look now if all is well. In start from scratch, what happens is all your NPCs get all the farms, so they will now plant crops for you on every corner of your map, and they will plant the new crops as well randomly. So that is what we want. We want to just if you want to keep your old layout of your map and manually do your crops, I will suggest use easy dev controls, and you just hit F12 and you'll go here into your fields and farmland and set field fruit to whichever field you want, which crop you want on it. Then you save the map as is, and then do what we're going to do afterwards, when I'll show you later on, or just now, what is the thing. So now you will see, have a look at this, guys. We will now have spelt growing next to the river. Rye, triticale. Let me just see if it actually does select that. It's rye. We have rye in places where they shouldn't be. Green rye, field grass, triticale is white. Okay, good. Rye like that. Very nice. Okay, spelt. Good. All right, so these silage, maize, mustard. So there are a few crops which is where they shouldn't be, which is actually very strange. I don't understand why it is like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to fix that anyway. So what we're going to do now is save save this map as is. So I'm going to go File, Save, and we know that we are in save game 1. So we quit. Now that we've saved, which is good. So we're going to first fix our channels, because for some reason now our channels is confused. And I don't know why that is happening. Normally when you put your fruits at the bottom, it doesn't confuse your channels. And in this case it has. It might be because I added the fruit all in one go. Can I revert to that? I can actually revert by doing the following. Let's test it, guys. Do I want to go through this whole thing? I'm going to have to show you, because otherwise you're going to end up with the same issue. But let's just finish off how we do it. Go in here into our saved games, which will be in our mods, one folder back, and save game 1. So we're going to grab here a density map fruits. You can grab all the density maps because they are all now replanted, as well as all the info layers. If you take those, copy it, Control C, into your map, into your data folder, and paste it in here. And you'll see 10 are selected. Replace all 10 of them. And now when you open your map, it's going to be a nightmare for you, but you will resolve the channels just now when you open it up. And I want to show you how to use it. It's so simple. Unfortunately, you couldn't do that in FS19, but in FS22 and FS25, it's easy to fix the channels if they are not correct. All right, so once and all, it is so simple. We know that we have added a few new crops. So I want to just make this thing smaller, zoom out far, so you can see the entire map. Just put your size up to 2000. Let me just see if that is not 20,000, 2000. Make the brush square, not round. And let's just see if we select foliage, is it going to cover the entire map? No. Why is the size not 2000? I must ask for 2000. I clicked there once again. Try again. Okay, and then there you go. So 2000, and I asked for square. What's going on here? I changed something else, man. That's what's happening. Okay, 2000 is too small. So go to 400. That should cover the entire map. Right, so yeah, that entire map is there. So what you're going to do here, you select a fruit. For instance, let me, for instance, say, take one of our new fruits. Go through the list. That's the easiest. Our fruits were field grass. So we grab field grass, find field grass. I'm here in the wrong thing. We want to be at foliage, terrain detail, field grass. It should be in here. There it is. And what you're going to do is just remove field grass with the subtract. So right click there, and it should remove all the field grass for you from the map. Just in one click. Just wait for it to finish. There you go. Very nice. So I just want to see now if that now removed all the field grass, because field grass is now a crop. So I wonder if it was field grass that now has messed up our channel, because field grass is now grass in this map. Oh my word. Alright, I'm just going to undo, Control Z, because otherwise I'm going to lose all my grass on the on the actual map, you know, so you don't want to lose the grass on the map. Let's go in again. Yeah, you see. So what is this then? If I now select this and I go here, Control R, it's meadow. So why does meadow? Oh, you know what? I forgot. Sorry, guys. I was just being Captain Dum. Just stick out his head here. All right. So you must use the limit to feature. That's what I missed. Oh my word. All right. So field grass. If we go select field grass, there's our new one. Field grass. Limit to foliage. You select the limit to, enable limit to, and then limit to field grass here. All right, so find field grass once again. There it is. Okay, now it will only remove field grass. So give it a sec, right click to subtract, and it should only remove field grass. So now we can go down to our thing and see there's our meadow and stuff is still there, but all the field grass is now removed from the map, so which is nice. And we can now just go through all our new fruits just to make sure. So the next one is green rye, hummus active, and mustard. So let's just go them all once at a time. So field grass is done. It should be all in one row there. So we can just select the next one. Green rye and green rye, just make sure, and then right click, wait for that to be done. This will remove all the green rye. Okay, so now hummus active, so you just do that on every fruit, and what it does, it clears that whole channel of being in the wrong place, you know. Hummus active. And then also mustard, like that, and rye, and then right click. It will clear some of the fields, but we're going to replant them once again, just one more time, and then just copy all the stuff over once again, and your map should all be fine then. Rye, silage maize. Now if you've noticed a crop that was growing in the wrong place, like in my case I had field grass, you can do the replace. So just select the foliage label and add, so it will overwrite. So say for instance, did I now do silage maize? I can't remember now, but let me just do it once again. So if I want to replace a crop, I just put the foliage I want to replace with on top, and the one that I want to replace, I put it at the bottom, and all should be well. So there's spelt. Just make sure you have it in the middle and the whole square is over your entire map, because otherwise it will not remove it. There you can see spelt was removed from a few fields, as well as possibly somewhere maybe where it shouldn't have been. You'll have to investigate a bit deeper than, I forgot now to change this to triticale. It doesn't matter. This is just for example anyway. You just have to be careful, because otherwise you could get rid of your grasses and stuff and flowers and whatever if you don't use the limit to feature. So that was triticale. Fetch rye is the last one. Fetch rye. Okay, good stuff. Good. And now all we're going to do now is save the map as is. Once this is done, and all the stuff that was in the wrong place is done and dusted and removed from your map. I just want to make sure I still have my grasses and stuff here on the fields and bushes. That should all be fine. Great, you see. So now I've saved the map, but let me just save it once again, because I know I'm like, just want to be safe, you know. There we go, and go back in game. And now lastly we should have have that boiling and cooking like never before, you know, like working perfectly. But anyway, guys, so the process is simple now. Start the map once again in new farmer mode. So our NPCs will replant all our crops for us in one go, like this. So we're going to delete that one, say yes, and open that again. So we go to start from scratch and we select the map. That's fine, no, and then in there deselect. And our mods, I normally just basically load both of those, and yeah, all should be well. So now when we open our map, we should have no weird fruits in wrong places. And if you still have weird fruit in wrong places, just go there, make a note of where it is, and go back into the editor, remove that fruit, and save the map, and come back here. So there you go, nice and clean. See, all nice and clean. All fruits are now replanted. Very nice, I love it. And here's our new fruits are still up and running. Just want to see if they've got, yeah, there's a few fields with spelt. Right, so what I normally do in this case is I'll just go into F12 into that, and I'll go add the extra time scales like that, and I'll go forward 1 day. That's normally with 2,000 being or 5,000 being max. Don't go above 5,000. Just forward the day 1 day on, and that will sort of settle all the NPCs in planting crops and doing all kinds of stuff. So there we go. So there's the next day, and now we just go out, and you can see, don't know if you can see any difference, but you can now out and save the game, and all should be well. Quit, yes, and now it will be a different map altogether when you open up your map once you've done the copy and replace, because our NPC friends has now fully planted every little field for us. So back in here, press F5 to get save game 1 up, and once again the density map files, hold control and click on each one of the densities, and then all the info layers, just copy them like that, control C, and go to your map, and in your data folder, control V, there are now 15 of them, replace them, and now open up your map one more time, and all should be well, guys. You should now have replanted crops all over your fields randomly, which the NPCs did for free, and you should have a nice looking map. And like I say, if there's crops that you want to replace, you can now easily replace them here in the editor with the limit 2, and just put the crops in there, or you can do it in the game with the easy development controls. And look at that, all the fields are planted nice and neatly, redone in different crops, all nicely rotated and sorted. That is the way you do it. And that is the way, guys, that you add multi-fruit to your maps. Now, if you want to do custom fruits from another map, it's as simple as looking at this structure here that I have, excluding the map US folder. This is all the stuff that you're going to need. And this whole video, if you take note of everything that we've done, that stuff is all the stuff that you're going to have to extract from the other map and put into your map. It is a extremely difficult job, but you can do it. You can extract extra fruits from another map and put it in yours, and then add to your existing XMLs and customize it and go for it. But yeah, it's actually much easier if you have a pack like this that's already set up and working properly. Well, guys, I hope it's been insightful. I hope it's been helpful, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I did have a blast, you know, having made this video. It's been coming for so long. I just didn't have the time to sort this pack, you know, and get it done. But when I made this map for a guy, I thought, let me it is a perfect opportunity now to make a video on it, you know. So there it is. I hope it's been fun, guys. Bless you and have a fantastic day. A big thank you to my supporters. I really appreciate you guys, and you can find this pack in my Patreon page. If you don't want to be a Patreon supporter, you can open your map in the editor, and I'll quickly show you where the pack is. It is very simple. You go, just wait for it to load. Lastly, I just want to show you this tip. If you don't want to use my pack, you can get it here for free. But like I say, it's broken. It doesn't work. It's got a lot of errors. I don't know how Giants put this in their thing. Maybe they fixed it. It's 10:07 already. When I looked at this pack first time, it was 10:01. No, it was 10:02 or 3. We're at 10:07 already. So what you do is you go prefabs, and you put here, I think, fruit. Just search for fruit. Row crop multifruits, multifruit template standard, and 4x map adjusted fruits categories. I don't know why these things are flashing like this. Multi-group template standard, 4x map, 4x prefab pack. I haven't had a look at any of those things, but this is the one. See, grass, sorghum, soybean, maize, wheat. I think it was this one. Honestly, I haven't had. Like I say, 10:03 was the last time I played with the multi-fruit, but there it is. Adjusted fruits, multi-fruits pack. No, this is it. Rye, triticale spelt, grain maize, green rye, fetch rye. Yeah, this is it. Row crop multi-fruits. That is it, guys. Oh, and yeah, I'm not too sure if it's got row crop, but yeah, it's this same pack that I've used to make that pack from. So you can download it, install it, and they probably have some instructions there. But yeah, I think having this video together with my pack makes it much more easier. Well, guys, have a fantastic week. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.